How much should I be charging as a dance educator? I have had the pleasure of traveling all over the world for the last decade, across Australia, through Europe, across the United States and Canada. This is one of the most common questions that I get. How much should I be charging as a dance educator? I think what a lot of people don't understand is there is actually pay scale methodology built into the dance industry. A lot of the times, teachers can't see it because they are caught up in the comparison game and they are caught up in emotion. The dance industry is a very emotional place. We literally are trying to extract emotion from dancers all the time. We are in an emotional industry, so we often get caught up in our emotion and we can't see things objectively. So if you're not getting the pay that you would like, you need to be able to look at this objectively. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about quickly today. First things first, I want us to understand the difference between worth and value. There has been a movement, know your worth, know your worth. Yes, this is amazing. We have seen huge strides thanks to the Know Your Worth movement. We've seen men's pay inequality go from men were making 20% more. Then finally in 1998, it dropped to 13% more. And we are making progress because we are talking about these things. So I celebrate that. Know your worth. You are absolutely worthy of feeling that you are seen, that you're heard, that you're respected, that you belong at your dance studio, that you have opportunities to shine and contribute in your unique way. You should feel a sense of belonging. You are worthy of all of those things. But when it comes down to coming up with a dollar amount that your services are worth, that's where it gets tricky because we have many things that we need to be looking at, okay? And we need to look at them through an objective lens. And that gets very difficult in an emotional industry, okay? If you look at the corporate world, they have all sorts of rankings already. So they have the entry level, and then they have the entry level manager and the assistant manager and the executive and the CEO and so on and so forth. And it's a system that works and everyone understands it. We have these layers built into the dance industry. We just can't always see them and understand them because we don't always really understand what is that teacher doing better than me. And then we get so wrapped up in comparison and emotion that we can't see what is the thing that that teacher does better than me. Okay, so I'm hoping to give you some tools today to help get you to the next level. So let's talk quickly about just the exposure job skills. This is your background. These are your background skills. This includes education. It includes your dance training. How much did you train growing up? Where did you train? What did you train in? Your certifications. There's amazing certification programs out there, so please do go check those out. And then your teaching experience. It also would include any professional experience. Make sure you understand that dancing, teaching, and choreographing are three different skill sets. They are not the same. Often, professional dancers actually don't make that great of teachers because they don't understand the difficulty because they have the natural talent for dancing. So some of the best teachers are the ones that struggled when they were learning to dance. These three skill sets are independent of each other and you need to work on all of them separately. I'm here to talk about teaching today, okay? Knowing that those three things are different. So we just talked about the exposure skills, and now we need to talk about the personality skills because a lot of people don't understand that you need a very dynamic personality to succeed as a teacher, okay? Here's some things to consider. What about your professionalism? Are you put together and professional, or does your social media present you in a negative way that's maybe not suited to be working with children, right? What about your personality and effort that you're putting forward, particularly to your younger classes? Are you willing to teach students of all ages, or are you demanding that you only teach the senior advanced students? That affects how employable you are. If you can only teach one style to one set of age, you're not that employable, and you're not that diverse, right? Are you organized? Are you on time? Are you trustworthy? Do you build the community up, or do you extract and pull it down? Okay, once you've looked at those things, one statistic that I think you should always know as a dance teacher is, what is your retention rates? So in September, when all the dancers come in, how many of those dancers finish with you in June? And how many of those dancers come back and register with you the next year? So if you don't understand your retention rates, that is the most measurable statistic that we have to understand where we're at providing value to the dance studio, okay? So you want your classes to be full with a waitlist year after year after year. That is a clear sign of a successful dance teacher. So those are the basic requirements that we're looking at, okay? Once we have that, there's now this next threshold of dance educator. These are the ones that have taken these base skills further. So they've advanced their ability to choreograph. So these are now choreographers that understand transitions, dynamics, flow, use of breath, on and offs, innovation. These are teachers that understand more advanced choreographic concepts and can utilize and implement those into their teaching practice. These are teachers that understand how to get results, and they produce results regularly. The students are advancing, and you can see that success. So next, we have teachers that have developed a teacher brand, and this makes them stand out from the others because they have that it factor. We all know that there's some dancers that just have an it factor, and you can't teach it. And everyone knows they just have that thing. Some teachers just have that thing. My experience traveling and working with teachers, I found a few trends. So one of them is what I would call maybe an elite theorist. So they are someone who maybe has a background in human kinetics or kinesiology, and they just approach their teaching through the eye of science. And they're very detailed in their anatomical analysis and a scientific approach, and they're respected for that. There are the artistic people who just have this deep sense of art built within them, and that really oozes out of them, and people are drawn to that. There are the funny character people and the happy alive. They have this sense of aliveness that makes people want to be near them. It's addicting to be with them. They elevate everybody around them. They have this sense of aliveness. There are the people that have a very good ability to bridge between challenge and compassion. They can push their dancers to stretch even further, but can do it with respect and with compassion. And that creates this really great dynamic between dancer and student, because they are appreciated for being able to push them hard, but doing it in a loving, respecting, compassionate way, and only pushing people as much as they can because it's out of respect, and that's mutual. And then the last one I've really noticed is just that teacher who just loves dance so much that they are in it. This is what they do. This is their life. You cannot teach that feeling of love is there, and that's infectious, okay? And dancers will be drawn to that because they see that. So if you're looking to advance your career as a dance educator, it's really about becoming irreplaceable. When you are irreplaceable, you are increasing your worth, your replacement cost to the dance studio. Your classes are full year after year, and you have very high retention rates. I hope these are some things that you will consider, and I wish you the best of luck on your teaching journey.